1, 2, 3, high five. Dito! Ano ba na yan? TikTok nga to, video. Ay.
Gerealiseerd worden. Oorspronkelijk leefden er hier namelijk Kelten, zoals Asterix en Obelix. Het Keltische woord voor samenvloeiing, dat was Ganda. Daar komt de naam Ghent dan ook vandaan. You got on board in the second commercial harbor of our city, in between these two bridges. Goes back to the 11th century, it's here since 1000 years. This was the second most important harbor of Europe in the late Middle Ages, because Ghent was the second largest city those days, to the north of the Alps after Paris. 65,000 inhabitants was huge, only possible to become such a large city because we had the right or the privilege given by our counts to empile grain. This way there was always a sufficient amount of food into the city. Please, try to understand that those days you could do nothing unless you had the right to do so, while today you can do anything unless it is forbidden. This is what we call freedom. Let's protect this. So, we had the privilege to empile grain, and this happened in the corn pile house. This grey facade is the oldest one in Ghent, 12th century, built in Romanesque. In front of you, you can see the St. Michael's Bridge, also built for the World Expo, and this is a very bad copy of the Pont Neuf in Paris. So, a very bad French copy, as the grain we used in that harbor came from the north of France. If you follow this river, you come up. Alle kindjes voor communiefoto's die dat daar zijn afgedonderd en dat daar ooit mensen heeft geraakt. We moesten de loop afsluiten omdat er te veel zatte mensen in sliepen. Wereldberoemd dankzij Suske en Wiske. Before the bridge, I explained to you, fish had to be separated from the meat. This side of the bridge, wine separated from the beer. The White House next to the Black Parasol, renoveerde met romantische elementjes, het ligt gevoelig, voor onze wereldtentoonstelling. Built in the 12th century, the home of our count till the 14th. Then it became a house of justice, a prison and a cotton factory. Today on the inside is the Museum of Torture. Until last year it was possible to get your wedding fixed in the room of torture, but they just removed the room of torture, so unfortunately it's not possible anymore.